Another person who doesn't lack any confidence whatsoever, our own Tim Doyle. What props you got for us? We got the gold hammer. We have any sunnies we're going to put on today? We're going to get straight to this. Now, when looking the Celtics and their goals of tonight, you would assume they want to get out to a hot start like every team. But more importantly, they need to stay close in the third. Tim, I feel like that's been an issue for Boston all along.
Yeah, I have some advice to Celtics fans, okay? Right when that horn sounds, you sprint to the bathroom. You sprint to that concession stand, you get that hot dog, you get that beer, and you get back in your seat because this team needs that crowd energy. So many times at the start of the third quarter, Jenny, the stands are half empty. And that's when the Warriors, boom, put on those runs. Great adjustments by Steve Kerr. But this is what they have done over the last 8 years when they've appeared in the finals 6 times. And in every single game, the third quarter's been the turning moment. That's what made Game 5 so interesting, because the Celtics had all the momentum. They were dominating the third quarter until the last minute, which they weren't. And then this shot right here changed the trajectory of the game completely. Like right when this shot went in, it was like, dun, dun, dun. Like you ever watch Price is Right? Like that noise, like, nah, nah, nah. Like it completely just disappeared all through the Celtics. Like it was all gone. So third quarter is imperative. Butts in the seats. Energy is high, and the Celtics can feed off that Boston energy.
I was just thinking of Price is Right. What's the little like gnome that goes up the hill and then he falls off? So it was kind of like that moment. All right, Boston fans need to get back into the seats. The hiker, yes, that's what it was. All right. He definitely yodels, so we won't need that tonight from Boston fans, but we do need them in their seats and bringing that energy. Although, when you look at the home versus road splits for the Warriors, it's almost like you're looking at two completely different teams. We talk about, the fandom and the energy that is in the TD Garden. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the Warriors, I talked about feeding off the crowd for Boston. Man, they get so much juice from that crowd. Even though they changed arenas and moved over to the Chase Center, look how great they've been at home. But the road, not so great. Look at the defense, Jenny. They're giving up nearly 115 points a game. I mean, where would that rank in the scope of 30 teams over the course of the regular season? It would only be 2 or 3 teams that give up more points than the Warriors. So, they have had their struggles. If John Morant makes a layup in game number 1 of the Western Conference semis, they would be 3-6. Like, they've certainly had their struggles on the road. And what did it take to win game 4? A superhuman effort from Steph Curry. Now, obviously, he struggled last game. It was the first time he didn't make a three-pointer since I only had 1 child and no minivan. Now I have 3 kids and a minivan. So a lot has changed since Steph not making a 3 until the last time he did it. So I think that Boston's going to take advantage of the Warriors on the road. Golden State has wiggle room, so they have margin for error with a 3-2 lead. The defense has been exceptional for Golden State at home. Key for Boston is going to be Grant Williams, Jaylen Brown, Robert Williams, Al Horford, the role players from Boston. Role players always play better at home. It's imperative, Jay, that those guys go out there and bang home some shots.
That's what the Boston fans are hoping for tonight. All right, let's get that golden hammer out. Let's make us some money. Give us some of your best picks for tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I love the Celtics tonight. Now, I had Boston in 6. I am going back to that. And, hey, how about the adjustments? Steph Curry, that number 1 all the way up to 30.5. Hello, back to 28.5. So Boston did a much better job. Attention to detail. Yes, it is depressing to bet Steph Curry unders because he's going to shoot, Jenny, like 13 threes and he's going to have the ball entire game. You're like, get out the pincushion. We don't want Steph to play well. And then, last game, no threes. He's got to make 5 on the road. I think Boston wins this game by double digits. I think that they're the better team in this series. I think that they're still learning how to get over the hump. Even though game 6, they beat the Bucks, beat Giannis on his home floor, win game 7. This is it. This is the ultimate. So we've watched some growing pains. It's like, man, game 5, you felt like they had all that momentum in the third quarter, and then it went down the tube. So Boston, the crowd's going to be excited. Heck, I grew up a Celtic fan. I was once, Jenny, a boy, a ball, and a dream, okay? So I'm not picking the Celtics because it's personal. I only had 2 posters in my room when I was a child, okay? Larry Bird, weird, like MVP, 3-letter man, and Kelly Kapowski. Kelly didn't work out so well, okay? But yesterday, 9 years married. And I'm telling you right now, Jenny, 6 of them, I've been happy.
All right. Just so you know, my dream as a child was to be Kelly Kapowski. So I feel like in another world, you and I maybe connected in some weird way. I got to stop that. All right. We're talking about Boston, though. Give me one player that really needs to step up the most tonight.
Where'd that come from?
Oh, love you.
Yeah, I mean, you want to know something? It's all meant to be right now. All we're missing is, the sprain at our wedding, right? We start dancing, I turn my ankle, then all of a sudden we have this connection forever and ever. I mean, it's simple, right? Celtics going to win this game. Who's going to play well? Stop throwing the ball away, Jaylen Brown. You have like 6, Jason Tatum. Both of you guys, you know who's first in turnovers? Jason Tatum in the postseason. You know who's second in turnovers in the postseason? Jaylen. Throw the ball to the guys with the green and white, a little bit of black in their lettering. They keep throwing the ball away, and that's because the Warriors are sending 2 defenders. They have to be better with their decision-making, but Jason Tatum has shot below 30% in the fourth quarter. It's your time. Step up to the plate like Zach did when Kelly's dad lost his job and she couldn't go to prom. And what did Zach do? He said, forget about the prom, okay? I will go with you. We'll dance outside. And that's where they made some magic right there. You know what I mean? That was a special one. I still watch that with my kids. And then one tear will run down my face. And they go, what is wrong? And I go, this is just so sweet.
It's
Love
so
them.
special. I mean, they made their own prom. That's true love right there. I feel like we had a little bit of Price is Right, a little bit of Saved by the Bell going in there, some love, and then we talked a little basketball in that segment. So that's just always good. Tim Doyle, always a pleasure here at CBS Sports HQ. Game 6 tipping at 9 p.m. Eastern from the Garden.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.